dear hearts all. One might well say, how are you travelling? How are you, each and every one of you, feeling moment by moment by moment? For surely by now, so very many of you, especially those who seek out this stream of awareness, are feeling that everything is not how it used to be. So many are doubtlessly having very vivid dreams, or times of big emotions arising which aren't very comfortable. This is purposeful. So much of how you coped with a world based on fear that you suppressed into your subconscious, that you cloaked in your personality, is now rising to the surface whether you think you can control it or not. Because the time is here now. That which we came for all those hundreds and hundreds of years ago, this is the time that we were actually beginning the preparations for. Because Christed consciousness is not what became taught in the churches. Christed consciousness is when everybody, as an individual, freely submits their mental constructs to their heart's promptings. And this is the wonder of now. As the noise gets us too much for the mind, so many points of view, so many streams of data coming at you, so many conversations about judgment. This is no good, that mob over there is no good. All the rest of those forms of noise overload the mind, because the background energies are here now that have been building incrementally through the whole of this year are reaching the point where the whole orchestra is about to start playing. There is so much more energy, consciousness, crystalline intention streaming in from the higher dimensions to help humanity, all of humanity who choose to open to this, to vibrate faster in a more coherent way. And that coherence cannot be done intellectually. It cannot be done by taking substances. It cannot be ignored by distractions of all manner of variety. It is only achieved when you submit, when you surrender, to listen to your own heart's promptings. Because this is the great wonder, the great magic, and the immense gift that you are now rediscovering. Yes, countless incarnations over thousands of years, not just the 2,000 since we walked the earth, is now being returned to you. There was much in the history to explain that, but that's not actually needed. What is being offered now is for you to allow. What am I feeling in my heart? Not in the belly, not down between the legs. What are you feeling in your heart? What is calling you in this now moment? What is joyful? What is deeply meaningful? What is really engaging you? And while the mind might well say, I don't know, how can I, what can I do? The heart, when you choose silence, when you choose to listen, willingly listen to your own heart's promptings, you will find that there's actually wisdom to be accessed. Wisdom which comes as an intuitive knowing, wisdom that arises as a feeling. And when you are not subsumed with your devices, when you are not overloaded by judgments of other or self, then those heart promptings you will find, little by little, become more and more accessible, more and more understandable. This is the great gift of now. That this frequency, this divine intention, this gift from the God space into the human form is offering you the opportunity to trust that what the heart knows, the mind can, in due course, come to accept. You might find that a certain situation doesn't actually go just how you wanted it to go. And initially, that's a frustration, it's annoying, it might cause anger, it might cause sorrow. But then you submit, and you find that 2 or 3 days or a week later, in hindsight, from your own wise witness, you realize that when that path did not eventuate, an actually much more suitable path did open up, purely because you didn't go down choice A, because choice B was much more heart-centered. So this may seem overly simple in a world which is increasingly complex. What's happening to finances? What's happening to work? What's happening with the artificial intelligence? And all the fear hysteria around how to cope with all of these things, the mind cannot find the answer. The heart already knows the answer. To put it simply, your heart is a portal to the divine realms, as well as the nurturance center of your own embodiment, the place where the personality, when you were a little one, should you have been fortunate enough to have a mother who would suckle you at the breast, a mother and a father who would hold you as a young baby over the shoulder, across the chest, and stroke your back and say, there, little one, it's all okay. Some people did receive that. Many did not. But your heart is receiving that kind of nurturance right now. From the angelics, from your own higher self, from the divine beings beyond that, from the space brothers and sisters who are also here to witness and support this great transformation. While the ones who deliberately caused you all to go into fear because they fed off the fear that you radiated, they can see that their time is over. And so they are leaving. And as soon as everyone chooses love over fear, chooses stillness in the heart rather than fighting the good fight, or all the distractions of whatever form, and you find that place of stillness, you start to feel held, secure, safe. The Divine Mother is here for you. That is what I represent. And of course, I am but one stream of the divine feminine energy, even being flowed through one in a masculine body, because everybody, in truth, can access the divine feminine inside themselves. And this invitation that I so often repeat, that when you surrender in faith and trust, your lives shall unfold with ease and grace. And every step, every day, every cycle of the moon, in this year most profoundly, and then ongoing in the years to come, there is the potential for those who choose to open to their own heart's wisdom to experience an entirely different world than the one that you came from, based on fear and lack and victimhood. It sounds simple, does it not? The invitation here is to try it, to practice surrendering. And how do you do that, you say? By witnessing what arises inside your body-mind construct. To cultivate the witness. To see, sense or feel, to image, create, imagine that there is a part of you which sits just slightly above your embodiment and just slightly forward, looking back and down onto you inside your body. You inhabiting your personality, displaying all of those traits that Sue has compared with what John has. In whatever variation, the witness is your most useful tool. It is the one who observes without any judgment. Oh, right now, he's getting all upset because his internet's not working. That's interesting. I wonder if getting upset's going to help fix the technical problem. And of course, the human self goes, oh, what? Oh, and suddenly that anger rising up, that why me, why should it happen to me, victimhood, anger combination loses its sway over you. Because your own witness has simply observed that what is arising is an emotional energy supplied by a lifetime of victimhood, of a subconscious belief. I'll never get what I want. Not true. It's only a belief. And because of all these energies here now, all these countless flares coming out of the sun, all of the cosmic energies coming in, all of the quivering and shaking and movement in Mother Earth herself, all of this is also happening inside each and every one of you. Quivers, dreams, very vivid dreams, can't sleep, wake up early in the night, can't go back to sleep. What's going on? You're awakening. That's what's going on. And this awakening process is actually requiring of you to admit your old patterns, to see them, to bless them for the usefulness they used to have for you, and now let them go. Because you don't need them anymore. Because now you have an absolutely beautiful future coming to meet you as you shed the old clothes of feeling fearful and limited, the old cloak of personality, You don't actually need any of that. And when you practice coming into stillness, coming into your own divine heart space, then you will find a peace deeper and more graceful than ever before. You will find the capacity to forgive more profoundly than ever before. Forgiving those who trespassed against you. Forgiving yourself for feeling as the victim. Forgiving yourself for judging others as not being good enough. And out of this arises compassion. For when you access true compassion for self and other, your whole world begins to miraculously change shape. It might not be the shape of the house you live in, but it will be how you perceive what's in your home, how you perceive close friends, maybe a partner that you have. Maybe you will find a partner somehow from just some random meeting, a person with whom you suddenly feel an interest, an inquiry, and an intuitive knowing that this resonance, whether it becomes a deep friendship or a romantic coupling, either way, there is a nurturing for you and you are able to nurture them. And beyond the coupling, there is the wider circle where you find yourself smiling at somebody as you pass them in the street for no particular reason other than you feel God-empowered, divinely guided, and receiving this abundance into your heart and thus out of your heart into the field around you and offered freely to the people you meet. Not telling them, simply being in your own joyful stillness as you interact with others who are also finding their heart-centered stillness. These are the tools, dear ones. This is the pathway forward. And when you combine this guidance with, I choose to surrender in faith and trust, and thus you come to observe your life unfolding with ease and grace. You shall thereby prove to yourself that what is being offered through this one, divinely inspired wisdom words, is for everyone to feel their own self-worth, their own intimate connection to everything. And when sufficient people do this, it is infectious. It passes on to others who are still struggling. And then the whole world will rapidly, exponentially come to a place of peace, of stillness, of gratitude, of awe. This is the divine. This is living as Christ-conscious beings. This is the way forward. May you all explore. May you all receive by practicing these simple offerings a new level of self-love, forgiveness, compassion, and understanding, and watch the miracles unfold for you and all apparent others with whom you are in resonant connection. Blessings be. Blessings be. Blessings be.